What's happening, guys? So Steve and Mel here from Vegan Muscle Gymwear. Today we've come to Brighton at the Upside Down house because at the moment we live in an upside down world. And we're here today to discuss with people that if you are not vegan, you support animal abuse. So let's see what people have to say today. Let's hear their views and hopefully we get some good conversations.
I'll have a word with you if you like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on in, mate. What's your name, mate?
Oh, my name's Hamish.
Hamish. I'm Steve. Nice to meet you, Hamish.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Thanks for sitting down and having a chat with us, mate. So you're the first person to the series of the debate table.
Ah, right, yeah. Okay, jolly good, jolly good.
So the sign on the front here, it says that if you're not vegan, you support animal abuse.
That's fair enough. I sort of agree, although I am making a transition, but probably slower than you'd like.
Okay. Two questions. What's slowing you down and what's made you make the transition?
Well, mainly the climate chaos which meat eating is causing.
Okay.
Right, so I really struggle with the fact that we are burning so much, we are creating so much more work for ourselves by eating meat.
The thing is, right, is when we discuss an animal rights injustice with an environmental point of view, we're missing out the victim. It's almost like the analogy we could draw would say that I would stop punching people in the face because it hurts my hand, and I'd stop trafficking children because it costs too much in petrol. So when we've identified that there's a victim, that's where the injustice lays, and that's where our focus must stand.
Right, okay. I'll say I'll go on to the reasons why I'm struggling with it. One is I think it's moving on quite fast, but cheese, I haven't quite made it on cheese yet.
Okay.
Vegan cheese, I quite like vegan cheese. I think it's coming on leaps and bounds, but still real shit. Goat's milk cheese yesterday, and it's bloody lovely.
Do you think?
Okay. And the last meat I ate was roadkill squirrel.
Okay.
Okay, is that?
Do you
think? Go to waste if I didn't eat it.
Do you think that your taste pleasure is worth more than an animal's life?
I think when it was roadkill, then
the cheese wouldn't have been roadkill, right? The cheese wouldn't have been roadkill.
Hmm?
The cheese would not have been roadkill.
The red cheese, I admit, would not have been roadkill, and I know where you're coming from, and we are cutting down all the time. We are aiming there.
If you were the victim, right, would you be happy to hear someone sitting at the table saying, "I'm slowly stopping to oppress the victim"?
I know. I'm guilty.
So you see the hypocrisy in the way we're living?
I see the hypocrisy
or the way you're living.
But I'm still saying that within the frame of what I do, there is an avenue for a very limited amount. Meat to me is a treat. Absolutely, and that's why I eat roadkill.
You describe meat as a treat, but like to get meat, we have to have horrific exploitation, gas chambers, murder.
I choose my meat very carefully.
They all go through the same abattoir.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I went through, my roadkill came from the road, and if
So the only meat you eat is roadkill?
No, I take venison as well. No,
do you hunt them yourself?
No, but I buy it off a reputable
hitman
source.
A reputable hitman.
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
Do you agree that an animal had to be shot for you to eat it?
We have not got natural predators in this country.
Are you a natural predator?
Yes.
You are?
No, because I'm eating deer. That is wild deer. We've got herds of 100 deer. We've got no top range predators in this country.
Why do you think we haven't got top range predators?
Because we've killed them all.
Why have we killed them all?
Why? Because we are rapacious.
The reason why we've taken away natural predators is to protect farming of animals for the animal agriculture industry. So it's a problem that we've caused ourselves, and then we try and fix that problem by causing more murder and more death.
I'm not arguing against you. I'm trying to say why I'm taking the line I am. I don't eat venison very often.
Imagine if I said to you, right?
Maybe once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks.
If I said to you, I used to traffic 10 children a week and now I only traffic 2.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but you're trying to change the world with a very tight argument.
It is tight, it's airtight. The argument's airtight.
I really do. I'm not trying to argue against what you're doing because I totally respect your point of view. I know we need what you're doing to actually transit from what we are doing now. But my meat consumption is as careful as I can make it.
Do you think that if, say you ate one chicken a year, do you think for that one chicken that you eat, it makes a difference whether you eat 10 more or not?
If I knew the provenance of that chicken, I wouldn't have a problem eating it.
Do
If
you
I knew the provenance of a chicken.
You understand that all these animals are sentient beings, right?
Yeah.
And you understand that they're all having a subjective experience of their own life. Same as me and you.
Right, okay. If a chicken is like, it's grown old, it's had a good life.
Chickens are killed at 6 weeks old.
I'm not talking about those chickens. I'm talking about.
But they're the chickens you buy.
I'm talking about the provenance of the chicken. What do you do with a chicken if lots of people keep very low-level chickens, which I've not got a problem with. They eat at a farmyard. The farmer would keep a couple of chickens running round, and I got no problem in eating those once they get to a certain stage of life where they're no longer.
I think I know where your mindset is, because your mindset is that typical of the conditioned mindset. Yeah,
typical.
Because these farms are saying don't exist. These are the
Of course they do.
They don't exist.
I am not talking about your Cargills and all that who do breed loads.
You're talking about backyard farms and sort of like small holding farms. Do you understand that whether you take a life on the most amazing farm or a hellhole hell factory, you're still taking a life. There's no difference to the individual whether you kill them here or you kill them there. But what are you using to justify the right to take the life when you don't need to?
Because the bird that I'm talking
The chicken.
about, the chicken that I'm talking about isn't the same chicken you're talking about.
They're in a subjective experience of their own life and they're their own person.
Right, okay, so all these chickens which we keep as farm animals and always have done, what I think we've done is lost the way about way we treat animals by a long way, and with that I'm certainly not arguing. But I think if you're actually just going to, at the end of that chicken's life, you're going to bury it, that's a waste of that animal's life in respect of what it had. All right, it could go in the ground and go to feed. When that chicken comes to its natural end, you still got cape. We don't eat cape on it.
Why don't we do that to humans?
Old chickens.
Why don't we just eat humans? That'd be the most sustainable meat source. Why, when humans die, why don't we just eat humans?
Well, I would if I was in a boat in the middle of nowhere and my.
What about if you're in Tesco's? What about if one was in a packet at Tesco's, same as your chicken?
Sorry, say that again. I missed that.
If you went to Tesco's or wherever you go and get your shopping, what if you saw a packet meat of a human hand, and this was an organic free-range human who died of natural causes?
Right, okay, well, it's fair enough. But
You have to have, the reason, it sounds crazy.
It's a reasonable argument.
You have to have moral consistency.
I don't think it's one you'll win against the British farming industry.
I think we will.
Totally
You realise that these farming industries are supply and demand industries, and when people wake up more to what they're actually paying for, they're going to realise that they don't want to pay for it anymore.
I am actually on a Southern Water protest about dirty water and something, and I've got to go at some stage, because I think at some stage
We've all got to go at some stage. We're not going to stay here for the rest of the
We're going to go round
day.
in circles, and I want to find my mates, because that's what I came here to do.
Okay.
Southern Water, dirty water tour, bloody crap they're doing, and I've got to go and find my mates, and I've no idea where they are. Okay.
Have a good day. Thanks for talking to me, mate. So that was an interesting conversation with Hamish. Yeah, so he was trying to argue the point that he wants to live off of roadkill, but didn't actually buy roadkill. He actually bought cheese and chickens. He just completely disconnected from the fact they have to suffer for his taste pleasure. When asked to justify it, he couldn't. Obviously, he can't. It just went around and round with these weird sort of hypothetical situations. But it come down to that point where he had to run off and leave, as they always do when the gears start to jam. It's time to go, because they can't actually face what it is that they're paying for. There's enough plants out there to feed the whole world.
Yeah, also plants try to kill you, do you know that? Because they don't want to be eaten. A lot of plants actually will kill you. Sweet peas will kill you.
Well, they just jump out of nowhere with a knife
Yeah,
like
they poison you, you silly Billy.